Plat 1, and now I've all of a sudden gone into this mad 50-50 win rate after like winning basically every game.
Nice. This with ball, Diva, or both?
Just ball.
First ball. All right. All right. Let me get everything pulled up here. Okay. Questions since your last session. Has stuff come up that you want to go over? Because obviously you booked this out in advance, and there's a huge wall of text in your form here, and I want to know about how much of this you want to go over. Because like I feel like we've done a really good job, beating you over the head in the Patreon games. So maybe now we should kind of do a status check to see like how you're actually doing.
I feel like most games I do like what you were telling me to do last time out, like only engaging when lethal. I've been doing that a lot. I've just noticed a massive increase in uptime, even though it's like, oh, I'm theoretically, running away for a second, but then it's like I'm just straight back in because ball is just that quick.
Yep. Okay. I mean, that was obviously the big thing. Like it was Rialto, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like taking downtime for uptime. I'm looking at our notes here, trying to set up a short off angle. If backline's not accessible, take trade from short off angle. If you have a bad map or bad fight, watch back and replay and try to find a better approach here. Now, for you specifically, I noticed a lot of your notes has to do with like your mentality surrounding the game. How has that been?
It's up and down. Yeah. Yesterday was playing a fair bit of comp, and like it started off, you're going well, and then all of a sudden I think made a few small errors, and I'm like, oh damn, how the hell did I reach Plat 1?
Yeah.
Like I'd have a few games where it felt like I was Murphing, basically. It felt like it was in a bronze lobby, and then the next game it felt like I was boosted and I was in a GM lobby.
Right. What were the differences between those lobbies? Was there anything that you can like sink your teeth into, or nothing really?
Funnily enough, the one where I felt like I was smurfing was like Plat 1 to Diamond 1, and the one where I was boosted was Gold 1 to Plat 1.
What was the map?
I had one on Blizzard and Shambali. I had two of those, which were both, I was the highest ranked there, and both of those were some pretty abhorrent performances.
Are you familiar and comfortable with both of those maps?
Decently.
What about compositional wise? Like, I'm trying to compare the two here, right? Like, because obviously factors that your inconsistency is a big deal. Like, everybody's inconsistent, right? But like, you also have to consider other factors too, like how comfortable was the map game compared to the good games.
The good game I had was on, like, I had one on Throne of Anubis, and we just had a Juno Lucio ball and then two snipers, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just, I would just roll through them instantly and get just so much disruption that, like my Widow could get a free shot off or two.
Right. What comp were they running? Do you remember?
Let me check. They had like a Doom, Soldier, Cass, Juno, Lucio is what the Overwatch thing says.
Sure. Okay. And in the maps where you felt like you played poorly, what was the situation like?
I had a decently similar comp. Like I had a, Lucio who was actually like goated, who was just like helping speeding me in and whatnot, and assisted me with like my dives and whatnot. And it was like this one, it was against like Sig, Hanzo, Reaper. I think there's like a Juno and Ana in there.
Sure. Okay. In general, what do you think was the main factor? Can you put your finger on anything between those games that you can kind of like nail down as being the issue or an issue?
Not too sure, because like I felt like I played pretty similarly. Like obviously, a bit different, for each different like hero that we were on and they were on. But like in terms of like fundamentally, I feel like I played pretty similarly.
Okay. Let's go back to your question in Discord that I accidentally ghosted from like 3 weeks ago. which talked
Yeah.
about how you were. I don't know how I missed that, but okay, you were burning yourself out. You came back, lost a lot of games, was not focusing or practicing. But then you just played a few games where you're really focusing on engaging when I was lethal, and I played a whole lot better. I noticed as well as generally having more fun and not getting as tilted, nor as much ranked anxiety. Okay, so going back again to the games that you just discussed, what was your mentality like going into those games? Was it the same? Was it different? In what ways was it different?
Um, I think yeah, well, because yeah, I've been climbing up a lot of rank, like gone from like Plat 4 to Plat 1 now, and
Mm-hmm.
like very happy with that. And it's like, oh, I'm so close to breaking into Diamond. I think yeah, for like the Throne of Anubis game and the Watchpoint Gibraltar game I had, which is those are the two games where we won, and I feel like I played well. So those ones, both of them were actually after losses, but I feel like I just like, oh yeah, I need to just focus a bit more on my actual, engages, making sure I'm actually able to survive the engage, not just, fall over instantly because I don't have any cooldowns and half HP.
Yeah.
And then I think in the other, like the Shambali and the Blizzard World one, because I think I also put a bit of pressure on myself because I'm like, oh, I'm the highest ranked there. So it's like, oh, this should just be easy for me, sort of, and I think that just made me perform worse.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty observant. You're probably right. That might be something to kind of consider.
Yeah.
Maybe just ignore and the opposite is true as well. Like maybe in the higher, when you feel like you're the lower rank player in the lobby, you feel like you have to give more effort, and the game doesn't expect you to do that, so you actually overperform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that lines up with my experience. Highest ranked player underperforms, lowest ranked player overperforms. That's usually how it goes. So something to consider that you may be extra vulnerable to, and just we'll look at the actual gameplay and see it when you're not focusing what that reflects in. But your mentality going into the game is by far the most important thing. Now, I want to talk about your sleep a little bit. How's that been? Because obviously it's a bit of a mess for you, I know.
Yeah, it's been a bit better as of late. I've gone from sleeping at random times, waking up at random times, getting very inconsistent hours to a bit more consistency. I'm getting
Good. Good.
I think I'm getting like 6 or 7 now,
That's
opposed to
excellent.
like the 3 before.
Yeah. And the time that you're going to sleep as well has been more consistent.
Yeah, generally
Okay.
around between 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. or
That's
AM
great. Yeah, that's great.
averages.
That's great. Okay, perfect. I really think that that's an important thing to stick with as much as you can. Why has that changed? Why has that been more consistent recently?
I feel like it's maybe slightly related to like my mental health and whatnot, maybe.
Sure.
Because that's always something I've struggled with. And then like when I first booked the original one, it's like, yeah, I was very inconsistent, not in the best state of mind. And then it's like in my own head, and then it's like, oh, I'm just gonna keep playing until 3 a.m. and then wake up 2 hours later. Whereas
Yeah.
now it's like, yeah, I'm a bit more like relaxed approach almost, I guess.
Yep.
Not stressing as much.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, something to consider. I think the way to like look at mental health is that you have maybe a tendency for certain weaknesses, right, or certain strengths, right, but I think it's important for you to look at what can I control about that. Like when you say that things have been doing better for you mentally health wise, why? Like what have you been doing differently?
I've just been, not for a big one. I think is just I've not been sitting inside playing Overwatch all day. I've gone out, done stuff, like hung out with my friends, or just done other things.
Yeah.
It's not just sit inside play Overwatch all day.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I think that's something that you need to be aware of and probably try to replicate moving forward more often. Like not to state the obvious here, but I think that that's pretty darn important. I create the culture where that kind of behavior is more common. So I know it sounds dumb to have you got a session. I'm saying, hey, go outside, get extra sleep, but that stuff's important. There's a reason why we talk about that. It's because it's the most important thing you can possibly be doing if you want to improve the quality of your play. period. So just keep that in mind. And I think the big thing is just to reflect on when you've been doing it well and try to mirror that. Try to do more of when things are going well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you have any like gameplay or practice questions since then?
Nothing's springing to mind at this moment.
Okay. Do you have any other questions in terms of just gameplay or strategy or Wrecking Ball stuff?
Yeah, nothing I can think of right now.
Okay. Do you want to take a look at some gameplay?
Yes.
Okay. Shoot me what you got here.
Yeah, Shamball, you want to do that one? Replay Shamball.
Got it. Now, was this one of the bad ones?
Yeah, this one I had like one moment of brilliance throughout the middle of it, but then most of it was just
Let me pull a fast one on you. Give me one of the good games. Give me one of the ones that you were talking about earlier. Even like the Temple of Anubis. Yeah, give me a good one.
This Watchpoint Gibraltar one I think is actually very good.
Now, is this good in terms of result or your performance? And if so, what about your performance do you think you did well?
On defense at least, I was very good at it. I feel like I set up on a nice angle. I sort of, just hit away, wait for them to walk forward a bit, slam in, make them look at me. Anna misses a sleeve or whatnot. Team gets some free pressure off on them.
Okay. How have you been doing it, like your downtime for uptime kind of strat?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it's been a lot better, especially in the games where I'm more focused on it.
Okay. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. No comment. Hey, listen, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Like at some point you're going to have to get that tech down, right? So the wall bounce.
I tried it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Off of the thing there.
That's all right. One little detail I noticed so far, just to kind of keep an eye on, is there's been a couple of early adaptive shields that don't feel entirely necessary. So really both of the adaptive shields here. This here, you're not really taking any serious damage. Nobody's looking at you. Hanzo, in fact, wasn't even looking at you, and you get used adaptive shields, right? So I think in hindsight here, you obviously didn't need it, but I think even predicting like the way their attention was going, you probably didn't need it either, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously I think the same thing kind of happens here as well. So it's like, I first thought you popped adaptive shields there to share with your backline because you saw JQ on your backline, but you didn't even press the button there. So I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Just like it's just a detail we'll keep an eye on. Okay. Now, what do you think of all this so far? Because we're pointing out like a little bit of a negative, but what do you think of all this? Like, what do you think about your timing, your setups, your target priority, your cooldown usage, your downtime, your uptime, the whole 9 yards?
I feel like adaptive shields haven't been the best, but I feel like in terms of timing, it's all right because the JQ basically was engaging alone there.
Yeah.
Doesn't have support from her Juno or her Hanzo.
Yeah. I agree. And then obviously going back out, finding times to go back in. Sure. Adaptive shields here, very appropriate. Spin to win. Love to see it. Let it go. Pop the guns. Perfect. Maybe. Should win this one still. There we go. We cap. Next fight. I want to kind of zoom through this one a little bit faster and go a little slower in the Shambali, because I want to talk about both the good and the bad here. Okay, clearly had some intentions to go on Cassidy there. What do you think about all this?
Yeah, this second point on attack, I always never know for ball at least like what to do, because it's almost too much height. Because like the ship on the bit, it like covers the very big area.
Sure.
It's almost like I get good vision of them coming in, but then it's like that mid fight, or like when the fight starts, I don't get that good of a vision. Whereas like on first point, there's a lot better of an angle to just like, you know, see, oh yep, okay, this is what's they're going here, they're engaging with my team now. Now I slam in, now I do this, now I do that, sort of thing.
Would you change anything about what you're doing right here?
Maybe I don't know where to like set up here.
What do you want for a good ball engage?
I feel like I want it sort of that like it's either they have to make a choice to whether to look at me or look at, you know, my team, like create those sort of multiple angles without, you know, sandwiching myself, sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you have that here?
Not right now, no.
Okay. Where's your team?
No idea.
Okay. Predict.
Probably come into height, like through the stairs on the right, I would say.
Do you have a bit of a sandwich here? Or do you have a bit of an angle here?
On the JQ, yes, because Juno's looking one way.
So what's the problem with this? What's the problem with this here?
I don't see what I'm dropping into.
Okay, so then what's the solution then? Your solution you're insinuating is that you need to find a different angle. I disagree entirely. All you need to do here is nothing. What is this backline doing right now?
Nothing.
Nothing. So you do nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think part of your problem is that you're trying to force engages here, which, by the way, this is not even bad. Like, you could just drop mines here and just pop off and it's fine. Like, zoning, same thing here, right? No problem. But really, there's also just no real urgency for you to do anything at all because nothing's happening. You get what I'm saying? So just let him come in. Let him come in. Your setup here is not the problem at all. I don't even think your timing's that bad. I think you're overthinking this just a little bit. But I want you to kind of go through the works of looking for an angle, looking for a good setup. This is it. Again with the adaptive shields. You only really need to preemptively adapt the shields if you desperately need the shield sharing before it becomes a problem, right? Or like there's like a bunch of targets that you want to sap shields off of like now. And I don't think that either of those were a priority right here. I mean, I just don't have a problem with this. Like, I don't think, like, you're even going out right now because you're not lethal anymore. And then you're setting back up for a slam. I mean, this is fine, right? This is effective. I have no complaints. I think the only thing that I can see here is that you got a little bit, I think, too greedy with mines. So I think you're like, I don't see a good use for mines here because everybody's spread out. Okay, then lock down one area. You could drop here, let them come out a little bit, and drop mines from here. You get me?
Yeah.
Cover this entire area with mines. Because you're like, oh, well, it's only going to get the brig, maybe force some CDs from Venture JQ. That's all it needs, right? You don't even need to kill the brig. Just put it out of the fight. Force Venture CDs. Force JQ CDs, you know, and just leave, reset. You get what I'm saying? So I think you're looking for that big giant clump, that big thing you can just deposit, when in reality you could just zone off an entire area of the fight. Like, you could even drop mines here, right? This is a very valuable space.
No,
mines are the slam.
I literally thought as soon as I went for the slam, like, oh shit, I could have dropped mines there.
That's all right. That's all right. But my point being is,
these mines were a panic one.
Because it's not even a bad mines outside the fact that just the fight's lost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the idea of the mines is like, okay, it's just the fight's lost, but like, I think your setup phase has been like pretty reasonable here. Like this looks like pretty standard again with the preemptive mines. Or preemptive shields. This is full HP, post-Hender, right? Really keep an eye on that. Really nice engage. Downtime for uptime, stop shooting. Yep. Thank you. You even got shout out. Love to see that. Slam. Good. Just a little bit too much greed, but the biggest problem here is your adaptive shields. You notice this? If you have adaptive shields like now, like then you get the extra seconds of duration you need for the HP to live.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't want to go into this and just beat you over the head, because I actually think you're playing pretty well in terms of, like, how you're using your CDs and how you're staging. Like, this is a huge improvement from Rialto. This is a big step back, right? Like, that was the Rialto, like, tank trading, no CDs, no threat. But, like that's just how improvement goes, right? Like, you're not going to fix problems the first time through, right? Especially as fights devolve, you're going to get lazier and lazier and lazier. But, like, overall, like, this is... I mean, significantly better. It's not a surprise to me that you've basically climbed an entire rank. Let's get forward to some defense here. Let's see a different point. Let's see. Yeah, see, I you know what's funny? I always notice people play better in the first fight of a new point, because what happens is now you have to think. You can't just check out, right?
Yeah.
You have to go, man. Where do I want to go? And as soon as you do that, you're cooking, right? You're cooking.
Yeah.
So let's see what you come up with. Yeah. Now, even Plat 4, Liam would have done this, yeah? So, let's see what you do from here. Okay. That seems pretty reasonable adaptive shields. A reasonable uptime. I think the big issue here is just that you're basically fighting 1v5 right now, or 2v5 with you and your tracer. But in terms of the funny thing is that, like, downtime for uptime and your staging, and even to a lesser extent your CD usage, has all been fine. It's all been better. It's all been fine. It's just the question of when you're actually fighting is just a problem. That's why you're getting some negative feedback from that. But I think all that what you did was fine. Okay, get some HP back. Now you notice the brain starts to rot.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I said, it's the first fight. You give it your best. But then as things evolve here, where should you go? What should you do?
Done what I did before. Go over the thingy.
Over the thingy. Set up your slam. Set up your shots. Go from here. Set up your angle. This is tank trading and coming in from the same angle. So this is just going to do literally almost quite literally nothing. Zero damage. Literally zero damage until that right there. So... all right, let's take a look at our attack. Now, our prediction here, our theory, is that this fight should be reasonably set up. I have not a lot of faith in your timing. I have not a lot of faith in your adaptive shields, but I do have faith that your uptime and your setup will be pretty good. So let's see. Setup seems pretty reasonable. Pretty good. Timing is still a teeny bit early, right? I think getting them around the corner first is your best shot. I actually think staging here is good. I don't like what you did, though. I think this is just poor micro.
Yeah.
Juno, how do you play versus Juno?
It's normally easier to actually roll through her instead of trying to slam.
Yes.
She's often out of range of the slam.
The rule of Juno is shoot and chase.
Yeah.
Shoot and chase. She's got a tiny little bit of HP pool. Her movement is, she gets strafe pretty nastily, but she can't really avoid you entirely. You could just shoot and chase. Or you go for a different target. So yeah, this is just a bad engage. The adaptive shields I actually don't think was too bad. This is your downtime for uptime kicking in, right? This is not good.
Yeah.
But we're going to disengage on the angle, and you're going to live, and then we're going to rinse and repeat, and we're going to do it again. Yeah. Vivian Chase, MIA. Wait, nope, she's dead. Nice. Steal the Mega. I believe. Nice. I never doubted. I doubted it a lot, actually. I doubted it a lot. A lot. Like, there was nothing but doubt was washing in it.
I doubted a lot there as well.
Yeah, good stuff. Not so good stuff. Here, just take the duel of the Sombra, right? If she comes for you here, don't chase. Again, it comes a question of timing, right? Like, your team can't help you over here.
Yeah.
So just take the duel to Sombra. Slam, 180 slam the Sombra, force her out, go from there.
Yeah.
Downtime for uptime. Downtime for uptime. Downtime for uptime. Yeah, so flashes of, I won't say brilliance, but like decent, right? Like solid. Like you're playing Wrecking Ball, right? And I think your staging and your setup phase has been probably your biggest strength so far. Still can be a bit messy mechanically. Now let's look at some Shambali now. Any questions so far?
Nothing yet.
Okay, now we're being a little messy with feedback here, but we're going to tighten it up. Because we're looking at adaptive shields. We're looking at continuing to progress with downtime for uptime. And we're even looking at some of the micro of how things work. So let's see what made this so bad. Thoughts on your setup?
I feel like it's a good angle to come from. Have a
Thoughts on
chance
your
to move
timing?
them off of there. Gotta get Cass and Assault just so they benefited a lot from the long sightline here, so, but it's probably still a bit bad.
I would say 3 seconds from good. 3 seconds is my prediction. I'm going to predict that your team doesn't have a great sightline here. Yep, so let's give them 3 seconds to see if my prediction's right. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now? Yeah. You got me?
Yeah.
So let's see when you do it. Let's see, did you wait 3 seconds? It was at 54. Now you needed to wait 2 more seconds before you do this. 2 more seconds. Just 2 more, right?
Yep.
Quality of the engage, what do you think? Like we talked about the setup, but what are you doing from the setup, right?
For threatening to, boop maybe the see all 3 of them off of the height potentially, and then maybe hit a 180 slam or something. Just disrupt them.
Yeah. Should you have 180 slam that?
Maybe. I think. Well, it would have gone. It would have still gone. They still would have been in my AOE of it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So a bit of disruption.
I encourage you to think this hard about your engages. The first step of your engage. You know what I'm saying? Because this is clearly just rolling through with no intention of like, I don't know, like let's see what happens, right? But I don't think that's I don't think that's good enough here. I see a split team, so I think, even if I get slept here, I don't care. I want 180 slam this. I 100% get away with this. Or you go, I don't think I'm gonna get away with it. I'm just gonna roll through, see if I can bait sleep dart, and go from there. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like basically, the first step of your setup is fine, but there's just not that second level of thought. Now, I will say for adaptive shields here, that also educates your adaptive shields because I don't like this adaptive shields because of what you did.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd slammed, I would have liked the adaptive shields because I would have predicted a burst of damage, right? So this adaptive shields is bad for the engage. That's the problem here. All right. So like even here, you need to slam this now, like right now, because you have 4 seconds in shields. Because what you're going to do instead is you're going to roll through twice. Okay, that's fine. But that means that you need adaptive shields for this.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're about to do. And I don't have a problem with what you're about to do. I think it's good if you had adaptive shields.
Yeah.
Oh, so you gave that on a lot of respect. You gave that on a lot of respect. I assume this was purposefully not going for backline and going for Mercy instead.
It was because turret form just came out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I got you. I got you. Like that's exactly what I'm saying, right? Turret form plus sleep dart. With adaptive shields, don't respect that. Armor's too good versus it. You'll be fine, but only if you have adaptive shields.
Yeah.
So this is actually okay. This is okay. Yep. Good stuff.
I feel like I should have slammed there because that would have been like a 5-man.
Oh, you didn't have it. Don't forget.
Oh no, I didn't. Never mind.
Yeah. So you actually give some respect to sleep. That was just a mistiming with your grapple. Like you thought you had it, and you didn't have it yet. But the idea here is good. You get this grapple, right? It's bowling, right? And you get the last ability of your adaptive shields. Now you disengage. Good. Again, good. This is much better. Ironically, this is like really bad execution, but you have the right idea because you could tell I have adaptive shields, so I'm gonna go for the slam here. Oh no, I messed up, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But hey, you're still gonna get away with all this nonsense because you timed it around your adaptive shields. So you're going to be fine. So really what I'm seeing here, what are you seeing so far? Your timing? How's it been?
Coming in normally like 3-4 seconds too early.
Okay. What about your CD usage? How you're engaging?
Adaptive shields definitely need a bit more work.
Be specific. What about your adaptive shields?
Use them more so if I'm actually planning to properly stay in, like, do a roll through shield plan.
Yeah.
Then if I get, slept, if I get hacked, if I get hooked, if I get stunned, if I get whatever abundance of CCs in this game.
Let's try that instead. So instead of framing things about like, oh, adaptive shields, do I need it or not? I want you to tie your level of bloodthirst to your adaptive shields. Okay, you coat yourself in this invulnerable. Okay, that's just creepy. Okay, you're just gonna put on your super suit, okay? And then that means I'm gonna actually I'm gonna actually pop off of you, right? Otherwise, I'm harass, distract. I'm playing. Okay, now I'm no longer playing. Kind of a way. All right, that's a good mentality. What about your CD usage in terms of your grapple and your slam?
I feel like I've had the right ideas with them most of the time. It's just sloppy execution.
I would say my only real major concern has been the first fight when you didn't know what the next step was with your slam. You knew you were going to roll through, but you didn't know if you're just going to save slam for a re-engage or if you're going to save slam for the 180. Like your first recognition was I could have 180 slam there, but you obviously didn't think of that in the moment. And that's kind of what I want to see. So I'd love to see your engages be well set up. Think about 2 cooldowns and then decide, am I going to bloodthirst off of that? Not necessarily all at once, but that's kind of how we want to approach it. But in terms of the fundamentals of how you're setting up, and honestly, even your downtime, what do you think?
Yeah, it's fine there. I'm like resetting up.
Yeah, I meant last fight. Sorry, I meant last fight.
Last fight, yeah. I think most of it was like right ideas, just poor in execution.
I felt like you were a factor in that fight for a long time, like a long time. Like, I felt like almost the entire fight, like you were engaged, no?
Yeah.
But the only problem was you just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
like there's no real damage being done. But you know what? That's all right. So this was a tricky one because there's 2 problems with this one. Actually, 3. One's mechanical. That's the obvious one. But there's another one. What else is the problem here?
Who on my team is going to help me?
Right. Timing is just a little early here. Again, it's like we're 2 seconds, right? Ready? 1, 2. That's probably fine there. Like any sort of aggression. And the third one is the adaptive shields again.
Yeah.
Right? I actually don't hate this. Work's done. Downtime for uptime. Yeah. You see that? I'm not getting the kill. I leave. I'm not getting the kill. I leave. And look at the space that you're creating right now. Excellent job. And then now look at where we're at right now. Full HP, full resources, and you're in. Adaptive shields. Was there bloodthirst on this?
No.
No, you were out. It's a roll through. It's a roll through. It's a roll through. That's it. This, I think you're forcing target priority a little too much.
Yep.
Because of where you set up. You need to go for Hanzo instead.
Yep.
But yeah, beyond that, I think this is a pretty reasonable fight from you. Your team is not really taking a lot of angles right now. And I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you right now. Part of the problems that I'm seeing so far from your team have been mechanical on your end and also the map for your team. So like, I want you to let's turn your eyes away from you for a second here. What is the problem with what your team is doing right now? If you were coaching your team, what would I be screaming at your team to do right now? Do you see it?
Take a fucking angle.
Where?
Go in the thing on the left.
I mean, that's the hard answer. The easy answer is just take the freaking high ground. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
There's a Sigma shield standing on main. The entire high ground for your Ana, for your cast, your soul, like you have those, and they're just standing on main. So
Yeah.
my point being here is this is why it's very dangerous for you to tie your quality of value to what the result of the game is. Now, right now, you're probably feeling like I'm not doing anything, and you're right. But part of that problem is because your team isn't doing anything either.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're going to feel like a better player when you're playing with better teammates.
Yeah.
The great example of this is like I won't tell you who, but there was one Patreon member many months ago. I was giving a hard time. I was teasing about how good this person was, saying that they were good at tank because they had just played with a really elite support line. It was like me plus like I forget who the other support. There's like master support players, and they were like plat, and they're like, oh, I killed it that game. I'm like, bro, we were pocketing the cheeks out of you that whole game, and you felt like a superhero, right? Like that's kind of how the game works, right? Like you're gonna feel great here if your Lucio is distracting and pulling attention with you, or your soldier has an angle and a forcing pressure, right? The reason this feels so badly now is because yes, you weren't playing that well, but also you're getting no help, and so that's gonna make things feel worse. So again, just understand that actually, objectively here, you're not playing horribly. So who's at fault here? Well, everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Again, adaptive shields, no bloodthirst.
Yeah.
And then you bloodthirst, but no adaptive shields. Because you want this slam. You want this slam. I know you do. Right? And you need the slam. I actually think like at this point, like there has to be some level of risk here. But the problem is that it comes too late. Right? It comes too late. There's some bloodthirst. Check this out. Maybe not the best setup engage of all time. But yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to do something at least.
I mean, you are doing something, right? Like you are doing something. That's it.
Yeah.
Your team is just stuck in the choke, right? Please swap shield. Were your team flaming you this game? Please say yes.
I had chat off.
Okay.
This game.
All right. Yeah, that's probably
the
smart because they
previous
definitely
one-
were.
No, because the previous one, which was on whatever the map is, Blizzard. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
There were like my DPS who was on 200 deaths was being like, "You're just letting the fucking hog walk up." I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like that was the game before this one, so I think a bit of it was also I was a bit
Yeah.
worn out, I guess, or like.
Yeah, I got you. I
Like,
got
the
you.
previous game didn't go well, so it's like
This is
stuff.
also where I'm going to caution you, like right here, is specifically from like just like checking out, because I could tell you're checked out here. Now you're just kind of randomly engaging. Something needs to die. Valking Mercy is not going to die. This Ana, who you just failed to grapple, is not going to die. This Hanzo, who you misslammed by like 4 meters, is not going to die. Right? You just have to be like when you see opportunities like this, you're just swinging. You're just swinging around like we're going monkey mode here, right? Just be deliberate. But when you see those opportunities, it's your ability to secure those kills that's kind of the difference maker here. Like now, I can tell you're like, oh wait, we can actually win this, and all of a sudden, like the effort is kind of kicking in, right? You notice that? So it's like that's kind of what I want to see from you. I want to try some live coaching. I know that you mentioned that in your forum. Are you interested?
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And we'll write all this down once we actually get in, finish up the session. But I wanna take a look here. I want you to tell me 2-step engage plan with both slam and grapple. Okay. Bloodthirst with adaptive shields or timing. I want you to pick 2. And I'm going to help you to work on both at the same time, because that's usually very hard, but I'm going to help you. You tell me.
Definitely the bloodthirst with adaptive shield.
Got it?
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that's been a limiting factor.
Okay.
What were the other two? You said one was timing. And
Timing. The other one was 2-step engage process. So you're not just thinking about your grapple, your slam, you're thinking about both. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that.
I think 2-step as well.
Okay, so screw the timing. Let's work on the fancy stuff. I'm with it.
Yeah.
How would you grade Ball's skins?
there are some decent ones, but there's not many good ones.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe like a C.
Yeah.
Like, not great. I'd say slightly below average, maybe.
Yeah.
Not Zarya, at least. And not Winston. I think Winston has terrible skins as well.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think has the best skins, whether you main them or not?
He does have some good skins. Let's see. The Divas are thing. Divas definitely got some good ones. Kiriko just has 400 skins, so there's bound to be a good one in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I like a lot of the Brig skins.
Break skins are above average or right at average for me. I think the underrated one for me, I've always liked. What is the Brig? Wait, pull up Brig again. I think it's an epic skin. Is it Ironclad? Maybe it's Ironclad. Scroll up a little bit. It's the purple one. Yeah, I kind of like that skin. It's different.
I love this skin. I used to use this one all the time.
I use that skin. Yeah. Some decent skins. I don't like that one as much. Oh, I think Widow, good skins. Zen, Genji, Rhine, obviously good skins.
Yeah. Widow's got some good ones.
I think my thing is all the armored characters often have like really good skins.
Yeah, well, what does Bull even have? He's got.
I think the Jack-o'-lantern's okay. I think Jack-o'-lantern's okay. I like Jack-o'-lantern.
We've got the pink ball. We've got the green ball. I remember I used to use. We got the blue ball. Oh, Jack-o'-lantern. What that? Oh, that one's actually neat.
I use this one. Yeah, I use this one. The crustacean one's so stupid. It's so look at
that?
Look at his stupid face.
What is that? Oh, that can't be real.
Yeah.
Blizzard, what were you smoking when you made that one?
Yeah.
Why does he have a wood skin?
I don't know. Why not? I have no idea. There's an 8-ball one, I think, as well. I don't know if that one's Yeah, I actually don't know where that one would be. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I've seen it once.
I don't know where it would be. That's actually kind of odd. It's not High Roller, is it? I don't think so. No. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh my god, why does that is something.
Let's roll around. Let's pull up a custom map. I hope the AU queues are not too bad at this time in the morning.
7:40. Don't know how bad that would be.
What did you see what the queue time was?
I don't think it was anything good.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It wasn't green. I'm pretty sure. That's all I saw.
That's fine. That's fine. Worst case scenario, we could jump into a quick play.
Hopefully we get one.
We'll wait like another 5.
Yeah.
You ever do this much?
Not often, no.
Yeah. I find it's useful more when you're like you have a bad map, you know, like when you're like I don't know how to approach this. Like, you know what we could do? Let's make this extra relevant. Change it to Shambali. Just because that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, try this.
Not Life Weaver.
So you're on attack. First point attack. Give me 3 different engage routes. Depending on different positions for the enemy team. High ground, low ground, inside right, inside left. They're marking you. What do you do? Experiment around.
But most times people just be there. They'll have like all 5 of them most of the time. Sometimes there might be, you know, one person there on a slightly different angle. I think, you know, the classic one, come through, mark up your grapple.
Sure.
Roll them.
Now you're going to get marked there frequently, right? Like they're going to have somebody in that lane. So give me a different approach. Same position. Give me a different approach.
I like just one I've like done once or twice. It actually worked well. Going all the way. Like
So you approach from right. Okay, so then they mark you here too. Do something sneakier.
Sneaky.
Yeah. Think outside the box. Let's go.
Theoretically.
Yeah, I like the way that you're thinking. I like the way that you're thinking. Try it on a different building.
Because that's how I normally set up, like here on defense, and most times it works well because I can see if they're going that lane and whatnot.
Yeah. Try it on that building. Attack from. Can you attack and go play with the roof? That's what I'm thinking.
I actually have no idea if you can.
All right, now try it. Ooh. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want you to spend the next few minutes master this rollout from attack and see if you can set up a slam from the top and then grapple out, because it would have to be a slam engage. Yeah. So how would that look? You get me?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't stop that.
Yeah.
And they don't see it coming either. Now, what if you wanted to be really fast? Can you grapple from the main, like the payload path to the roof?
I don't knock it up.
That's okay. This is why we practice this. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So if time's of an essence, you know, you come back in there, you got 2 or 3 seconds on grapple, that's fine with me. Do it again. I want to nail that rollout twice in a row from main. Either roof slide or just grapple. Your choice. Good. Nice. Do it again. This time I want more roof sliding, less hitbox showing. Yeah, there you go. See? Beautiful. So there you go. This is what we're here for, right? Now, the question is are you going to be creative enough to figure out these positions on your own as well? So, like, let's say, remember where the Ana was positioned on mid first? Like, at far right, you know? Like, she's way over there. Yeah. So there's people over there. What do you got?
Like, so they're just all, like, here.
Well, yeah, there's somewhere. There's like somebody around there. How would you get there? What's the best way to get to there and get to set up a slam?
And obviously you just sort of sneakily go through here, break all the things, and then mark up the slam.
Sure, and that's incredibly boring and lame. So...
Well, if I'm coming from main, not as sneaky, but I can sort of just roll through like that, I guess.
Right, and that's incredibly unsubtle and lame. Less lame, though, I will give you that.
Did not know you could go on this.
Uh-huh, that's why we're here. Yeah, I like where you're thinking, though. Ooh, I like where you're thinking here as well. Can you do that from the high ground right behind you to the left? Right behind you. Can you stage onto that roof? Would that be easier?
Oh, yep.
Now, can you control it enough to slam right from that roof? So, like, you start from here, you grapple up and over, and then can you control it up and over to the right? I'm honestly not sure.
I think.
Maybe grapple onto a different side of the roof.
If I go on that side, then I can.
Okay, try that. Try that. Make it pretty. Put it all together. And then by then we'll get a Q, right? Surely.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you'd get the grapple back that quickly, but I think that you'd still get it in time, no?
Yeah. No, yeah, I think I can also do it without the needing fireball.
Try this. Try this. Try it with fireball. So yeah, just finish this out. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So try it with fireball. Try it from the same high ground, but grapple on the right side of the roof and just fly yourself up and over the roof. So you're going to be here, and I want you to kind of get rolling and starting. Yeah, grab there and just slingshot yourself there. See what happens. You got me? And then do that one more time, but let yourself catch the roof and lose fireball and kind of hover and then slam. So don't slam immediately. Kind of hit the roof over that building so you can save some time. So not this building, but the further one right there. Yeah, so hit the roof, sit, and then let yourself fall on the roof, roll around, and then slam. You get what I'm saying? Like, do that. So just so you can get, like, an extra second of your grapple back. So fire, hit that roof. Oh, we messed up. Try it again. Nice. Good. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, that's what we want. You get me?
Yeah.
There you go. The world's your oyster. You know, there's so many choices here. Do that one more time. Do that one more time. Make it smoother. Even further right, actually. Even further right. So you can you get the angle better. Yeah. It's me playing ball for real. There you go. So you're turning your camera left. Try to not turn your camera left when you get up and over the roof. Just leave it right. One more time. Keep your camera looking right as you do this grapple. There you see? See?
Oh, wow, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm telling you, like, this is the kind of stuff that you gotta be doing, right? Like, it's just like practicing these kind of things and looking for those rollouts. Like, there you go. So now you've not the setup. You play. I don't want you to play ball like me. That's what I want you to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you've ever seen me play ball, I set up on the right angles, but it's just like the vanilla, predictable stuff. And the reason why that's a problem is the more predictable you are, the easier you are to CC, the easier you are to disrupt, and you also take more damage. So the difference this is not just knowing all the crazy Yeetle rollouts just because you can, but because it saves you the worry of having to be like, oh no, they're going to see me. They don't. They will not see you coming, right? And also we're talking about like saving seconds on your grapple cooldown too. Nice. There you go. That was beautiful. So this is the kind of stuff, like, get silly with it, right? Get silly with your approach. If you're ever confronted with a problem, just be like, oh, we're going to lose this game either way, so I might as well just experiment and see if I can solve something. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to check your quick play cooldown. Check your quick play. Just leave the queue. And check competitive queue really fast. I'm just curious what did it say? Oh yeah, that'll do it. Check quick play queue. I'm curious. Okay, that's also bad. We're gonna have to do something else. I have an idea.
God.
All right, wait a second.
I might just see an announcement in the Patreon.
No.
Oh no, join Spylo's group. Oh,
no. Yeah. You're gonna have to pirate off of NA lobbies here.
Oh no.
And I'm just gonna totally AFK and flame you in match chat, so you might want to turn that off.
Lovely. So nothing different to my normal game. Nothing different to the Patreon games.
No, nothing different.
Nothing different. Report Liam Crashcast.
Yes.
if you ever lose in a game, make sure you report.
Dude,
lose
I
that
I had to yell. I had to fuss at Gregor one time because he was like, he legitimately reported somebody in the Patreon games. I'm like, dude, it's like one thing to joke about it. You can't freaking actually do that, man. For crying out loud, man.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh. You see, I always make fun of the people that I like the most. So
Oh, that's good to know.
remind me next time to not make so much fun of you. What latency are you on? 220? 210?
160.
Really? Oh, I know why. Because I'm on Central right now.
Ah.
So it's kind of like, oh, I got a... Oh dear, I have a cat in my lap and I'm like slouching like a real man, so my play is going to be questionable. Don't you dare bag me.
Oh, that was the misinput.
Misinput, yeah.
Yeah.
Pick on someone your own size.
All I see is you just boom and just bonk into him. You don't even poop.
I wanted to boop you. It would have been more funny.
Oh yeah, unlucky. I'll go back if you want me to.
No, I'll earn it.
No, I'm here. You can come on, go for it. Definitely have no ulterior motives here. No.
Nice sleep.
All right.
Oh,
Washed, confirmed. Okay, my cat is no longer on my lap, so now I am officially locked in.
oh god.
Earbuds are in, posture's fixed, brain is ice cold. We got this. With all this and we get like a 9-minute queue, I'm gonna commit a war crime.
Oh god.
There's a Sigma on me.
Just to coach some Australian.
I know, right? Yo, there's a Sigma coast side, like near the little mini jump pad, you know?
Why do you giving me callouts in deathmatch?
Because the guy's playing Sigma in deathmatch, that's why. Oh wait, now he's gone. Watch the sleep dart.
Watching?
Oh wait, your eyes change depending on your song? How have I just now noticed that about that skin?
Do they actually?
They do. Come on. Let me double check. Come here. Oh, crud.
Well, we got a game. You can't complain.
Okay, that's true. I can't complain. What support do you really hate playing with?
Why do you ask that, Spylo? Oh, no, it's meant to be a serious coaching session, Spylo.
Hey,
not
ball, but no. You just gotta play with your teammate. I'm gonna play with your teammate. I'm gonna teach you how to play ball like a shield tank.
Ah, fucking hell. This is. Oh.
All right. So what's the 2 steps? What do we got? What's step 1?
Win.
I realized that question was ambiguous. Okay. What were the 2 things? Let's put it this way. What were the 2 things we're supposed to practice?
Be bloodthirsty with adaptive shields, so use them if I'm actually planning on staying in.
Yeah. But to make that decision, you need to do your 2 steps first. You see what I'm saying? So you decide about how you want to set up for your engage with both CDs, right?
Yeah.
And then decide on your adaptive shield from there. Don't worry about your timing. Don't worry about your downtime for uptime. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
I want a strategically planned engage, not just an angle. That's not good enough.
Capture objective A. Stay focused. We have everything we need.
Enemies over there. Understood.
And Zarya. They had a Cassidy. Zarya is sleeping. Nade blocked.
I have you. Keep fighting.
Ah, I saw that. Was that a adaptive shield engage?
I used them for the turret form.
Ah, I see. All right, don't forget that was only one engage. Let's do another one.
Yeah.
I'm at the objective.
On a cap point.
Mm-hmm.
Captured. Escort the payload.
Cover the
Eyes on
payload.
a target.
We're moving out.
Get a little scouting here before you decide anything hardcore, but obviously decide what the next step is going to be, and then the step after that.
Why is our Widowmaker there?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Oh, that looks like fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the greatest ball player ever.
Well, what went wrong?
A lot.
Well. Oh dear.
I
dear.
did not properly plan out my engage.
Okay, we'll address the issue here.
Targeting hostile.
Ana is hit up there. She was. Walking.
Why am I in this spawn?
I don't know. I am dead. Two steps next. Where do you set up? Set up your cooldowns. Adapt the shields as a result of those cooldowns. Let's go.
Yep. Out there.
Okay, let's go.
Enough whining. You're fine.
Widowmaker here.
Over there.
They're falling back on you. We're walking forward.
That must sting. Covering you.
I'm with you.
This will cut the pain. I'm under attack.
I have Nano. Do you have your 2 steps planned?
No.
Okay.
Don't fret. I see you. Hold on. Reloading. You're powered up. Get in.
I lost Nano. My bad. You
Big
melted.
nanos.
Yeah, thank you.
Where
it was
was my
disc-
support at?
It was Discord fan the hammer.
No, yeah.
Didn't know.
Oh dear. Okay. I will take full responsibility. 2-step plan here. Nice.
Get slept, get antied. That's the plan.
I won't give in.
Justice reigns from above.
That's hard to plan around that one. We've actually kind of reset here, so we're good to go.
Why have I been solo barraged?
Well, most of us were dead. And why not?
Okay, fair enough then.
Taking damage.
On a low. They're looking for Graviton Surge. 2 steps.
No one can hide from my sight.
They've used a bubble on her. I'm walking forward to you.
They've just used everything.
Keep fighting.
Good, let's get her. There it is. 2 steps. Ana's nated on bridge. Ana's not nated on bridge. So right now, what are you going to grapple? What are you going to slam? How do you use your adaptive shields around that?
Out on my terms.
Sure. Lots of space, lots of damage. Even fight win. She has Grav, but we have Rally. I'm actually gonna walk here a little bit, see if I can. Getting free cart push.
I'm under attack. That must sting.
Got her. Cassie's on the left side. 2-step plan, don't forget. Zen sleeping on the left side, behind. Alright. 2 steps. I have Nana for you. Shirley will go off.
You're powered up. Get in there. Helping you out.
gonna try to shoot this guy's ankles.
Oh. Ow.
Got Cassidy. Need you to play your life for a second here because I don't have an angle on you.
Covering you.
I'm rotating left. Okay.
Nodding off.
Gonna rotate away from this Pharah. Running away, rotating up. What's your two-step plan here?
My ultimate is over.
Roll and then slam.
Okay.
And apparently get slapped and anti and fan hammered and discorded.
Well, they can only do that once, right?
Taking care of you. أنا ما حدش يقدر علي.
No one can hide from my sight.
Oh, I'm so winnable. I believe we're actually even here. We're still even.
Press this target.
Next step. They're about to engage here. How are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
60 seconds remaining. I still have some fight in me.
Round.
Okay. Oh, I got spawn camp. My bad. I was distracted. You have time for one more fight? Play to reset here and we'll go again. I just noticed they added the wood back to the map. That's funny.
Hasn't that been there for a while?
No. That's they take that off. This doesn't exist in Adelsbrunn.
Huh.
They took it out for the Hollywood or the Halloween version. All right, I am almost back here.
Well, my plan's just to backcap them.
Okay.
That's step one. Step two is it fails.
I'm dead.
I'm also dead.
So I want to look at the replay code of this and we'll wrap it from there. Because this is like full transparency, probably the most difficult thing that you can actually practice live, just because there's so
Yeah.
many moving parts. But I think it's important to know what you could have done differently and like what are some habits that you can do to fix that. But then also like just to showcase that there's like endless, in the same way that I made you sit there in Shambhala and be like, all right, what could you have done here? What could you have done here? We were able to figure out a lot of things, right? And we're not particularly ball micro rollout experts either. But that's kind of what you have to be able to do. Okay, are you in stream here?
It's loading up. My Discord is very buggy and
That's okay.
it takes like half a minute for it to stop being a very pixelated screen.
You're back in?
I can currently just see grey with flashes of purple.
Well, that's not exactly what I'm looking at here. Try leaving and rejoining the Discord call.
This happened yet. I think if you stream in 720p, I think it fixes itself.
Mm-hmm. I will restart. Better?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Thoughts on your set?
Never mind.
No?
Hold on, let me quit my Discord.
It might be easier for you to just stream it to me.
All right, I'll do that.
Just stream the replay, go to me. There you go. Press yeah, there you go. Press F8 and then let's cook. Remember, we're only focusing specifically on your two-step setup and your use of adaptive shields, so we won't worry as much about this kind of stuff here because that was just kind of etc. Was that a good plan?
Probably not.
Okay, what could you have done differently? In terms of plan, remember we're talking about like slam and grapple. What do you think?
Look, I think it's better if I actually try and go more towards like the Ana and the Zen over there.
Sure.
And maybe
Sure.
like hit like a very like parabolic grapple into them, boop them up,
Yeah.
and then wait a second, then slam down.
Okay. Okay. I agree. Let's play.
As
And
opposed
check
to
it-
this.
Yeah, and check adaptive shields. Thoughts?
It's fine. I think I was trying to stay in, and then turret form forces me out.
Yep. So seems reasonable. The follow-up there for the slam and grapple was 10 times better. Let's skip forward. Okay. We're judging grapple and
Actually,
slam.
we were on this point for 7 minutes.
Yeah. No, trust me. I was feeding my brains out. I'm like mentally half AFK here because I'm half watching you. Go back. Thoughts?
I think I have right-ish idea.
I agree.
What?
Good grapple.
Very
Play it. Good shields. Good slam. Bad shots.
yeah.
And then obviously, you know, because you should have lived that, right? Like you just you roll out, you grab the mega. So, but you know what? Hey, for what we were practicing, that was correct. I mean, you got away with Discord, Fan the Hammer, and Sleep Dart, right? Because you actually use your CDs and you had your Adaptive Shield sometimes. So that's a lot of space. That's a lot of damage there. I think the idea there was to slam and grapple, I assume.
Yeah.
And this is a mistake. Why? Well, okay, I'm not gonna say it's a
this one.
mistake. Well, okay, no, go back. That's such a simple way of looking at it. Go back a little bit. Play. Pause. Right now. Pause. What can you not do here?
Go in.
You can't. Well, you can, but you can't teeth it. You get what I'm saying? You can't teeth it. So what should you do? I want you to pause when you made your mistake. Play it. What's the mistake?
I get greedy. I see Farah 1 HP.
Yeah. I don't even think necessarily reloading and peeking here would be a mistake, but certainly continuing to pressure and deeper without adaptive shields makes no sense. You got
Yeah.
it. The initial slam, obviously, like the initial cooldown engage, you screwed up, but you didn't play around your adaptive shield and what it allows you to do. That's it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, why am I under spawn? I'm like, I don't care. Like, your ball, like you can go in there spawn, but you need to do this with adaptive shields. You need to do this with...
Yeah.
Because at that same point in time, like, we were eventually taking a trade on the Zarya. Me and the Brig were a little dense here, I'm not going to lie. But, like, it just... The problem is that there wasn't enough teeth on that because you didn't have adaptive shields. You use your adaptive shields probably pretty reasonably based off of the mistake that you made a mistake. But, yeah. Okay. This is where you should just set up in backline, honestly. Just roll through castle. It's so much easier to set up in their backline than this nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is just everybody immediately looks at you. So this is less to do with your cooldowns and just really, really poor setup from you. But that's not what we were working on, so it's fine.
Yeah, and I think that's just because.
And this is why. And this is why,
where
right?
I'm
This is so much
I was
better.
scared.
This is so much better. Yep. And there's the adaptive shields for the teeth. You see that? Not
Yeah.
only did you use your initial cooldowns on entry well, and then here comes me missing the nade and I just punched it. But that was great. That was great. Minor detail there, but you got distracted on the tank trade again. You notice that?
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly beefed you here, but honestly, like, regardless, like, going back to tank trade there was actually criminal instead of just continuing to trade. Okay, let's keep going. Keep going. Don't need shields. You're fine. Chill. Uh-huh. Good. Partially ping reaction, but also, you know, it's barrage, you know? So,
Yeah.
but the again, for what we were practicing, adaptive shields, good. Slam, good.
Yep.
Grapple, good. Yep. You even had the good setup there, too. It's good. Good setup. Good setup. Nice. And now a lot of this has just been kind of grapple into slam, grapple into slam. I think what I would say is that you don't always have to do that, right? You can look at that situation and be like, I don't know if I always want to full commit. That's more about knowing the micro, but hey, you lived it, right?
Yeah.
You lived it because you had your Death of Shields. Now you're playing downtime for uptime. We're going to go again. Okay. Happens. Mine's before slam next time. Mine's before slam. Mine's before slam, and you live that. Go back again.
Yeah.
So go back a little bit more. So grapple was fine here. Slam was also fine. Shields was also fine. But I want you to go back and we'll slow it down. So go back one more time. Go back one more time. And then can you pause and then change the speed? Yeah, there you go. There you go. So you're already 250 HP missing. The shields was fine. The slam was fine. You just needed to mines and come from a better approach.
Yeah.
That's all. Very reasonable though. But we're gonna win the fight off of that because you created so much space.
Yeah.
Keep going. I think the challenge for you is to be able to do this even without the typical grapple slam, right? So obviously it's been very easy for us here because it's mostly all we've needed to do. Good.
Yeah.
But what is it going to look like when you don't have just grapple slam? And I think that's the question. Okay. Like for example, right now, what do you do? Yeah, the idea, right? Yeah, the idea.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate that either. I do hate a little bit of that. I don't hate that. But why does that fail? Why does that fail? Go back. Right? Why does this fail? Why does this fail? Right? Look at the cooldown it's missing. You see it?
I've got nothing. Yeah.
No shields, right? And like the big thing is here is like you should die for this because of no shields. The roll through to the Zen, go back one little bit. The mistake is right. Not here, but here. You get what I'm saying? If anything, continue to roll through and take the 1v1 with the Zenyatta, but you can't stay here. But you can't stay here.
Yep.
That's it. Okay, let's keep going. Any questions so far? I know we're kind of just doing speed mode here, but...
It's making sense.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
Playing your next engage. Playing your next engage. You got to stay disciplined. You see, the problem is that you don't plan, so you take damage.
Yeah.
And so then when you do plan, which is right here, you don't want to. You're not allowed to stay, even though it was a good engage because you didn't have HP. So it's kind of funny where it's like the downtime for uptime and having a plan for the engage are kind of the same thing. Because it forces you to take that moment to just think, okay, what's the next step here, right? Because now we actually have a plan. You mess it up, but you actually had a plan. And so even though that's a monstrous thing there, and you shot a little too long, I will say, you're still going to be fine. Why? Because you had the cooldowns for it. This is just awkward entry. Okay, let's keep going. Or awkward exit, rather.
Yeah, should have not gone out that way. Should have just gone out back.
That's all right. That's all right. Spylo is a monster. Guy's incredible. This is the back cap. Now, you know they're gonna come for you. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Where's your plan? Where are you gonna go for? Okay? Now what? Okay? Notice it works. You see that? Notice it works.
Yeah.
Still works. Now you don't have shields. What do you gotta do? You gotta chill. You're on and just fed. That was a legitimately good fight from you. This, however, is not a good fight. That's how you stagger yourself and get just feed ult charge. You see that?
Yeah.
It's aimless damage. Always have a purpose with what you're doing. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, reset. Okay, We're staging. We're back engaged. We're so back. Back cap again. I'm actually shocked the Ana made it. Like it's actually so criminal. Okay. Bad adaptive shields. There wasn't enough teeth in that to really demand it. So then you don't have the HP when it's needed. and you're on his dead
Yeah,
again. I
now
don't
I
know
need
what the
it.
frick she's doing, right? But yeah, I mean, I think there were moments of really good, like moments of really how did she get credit for that? That's crazy. Okay, so how would you phrase your feedback? What needs to be practiced specifically?
Definitely being like intentional with when I use my adaptive shield.
Matching
And then
aggression, matching aggression,
Yeah.
right? Okay, keep going.
And then with like engaging, make sure and I actually have a proper plan apart from just I'll just roll through.
Yeah,
Like actually have a
Have
plan.
to-
I'll roll through 180 slam, then I'll do X, then why not just I'll do X.
keep that intention up. Yes, use mines, don't save. Zoning area, solo targets, and mine into slam whenever you can. Right, little micro detail there as well.
Yeah.
And then I guess final thing would be timing, checking team's position. Now,
Yeah.
last advice, don't freaking play Overwatch all day. Touch grass, get sun, go sleep. Okay, you play your best when that's the case. Final word of reminder is that the Shambali, remember, it wasn't really you playing significantly worse. Your teammates were playing significantly worse. So
Yeah.
you are going to be an inconsistent player, but it's really not up to you to decide like, oh, there's something wrong. Like there might not be anything wrong. It might just be that just how the game goes. So don't need to second guess your life choices here, and and treat Gold 1 players with respect when you're in those
Yeah.
lobbies.